Hey guys, it's Sarah, and yes, it's me on a Tuesday. Woohoo! So today, of course, I want to talk about something I've been feeling pretty passionate about for I think a few months, and I'm doing this right now because I'm so passionate about it. I wanted to wait a few months because I wanted to settle in and not do something incredibly stupid on camera and have it come across as wrong and all that, and I wanted to settle in and all that stuff. And of course I want to look back and all that. So today, this is the video that's been brewing in my head for months. And I hope you guys remember what is going on. So yeah, let's get started. So a few months ago, I think it was over the summer, this girl named Nicole Arbor, who at first glance looks a lot like Jenna Marbles, but then when she opens her mouth, you realize that's not Jenna Marbles, because Jenna Marbles would never say shit as stupid as this. So, and she came out with this video called Dear Fat People, and it went viral. It went everywhere, and basically she became the most hated woman in the world. She went on The View, and she did all this stuff, and everyone basically hated her guts. And she's still on YouTube. She still makes these kinds of videos where she's insulting protected classes, and it's just ridiculous. So what I decided to do was look back at some of her videos from the past and videos that had come after the video, not including that video called Most Offensive Video Ever, which was like her response to what was going on after the Dear Fat People video. And I decided to put key points in my phone of what I felt were like most offensive or like made me think most, and basically respond to that. So, and for the and watching her videos, I realized that not everything she was saying was offensive. Actually, I kind of agreed with what she said. Actually, minus the Dear Fat People video, because I agreed with nothing. So I basically wanted to read like the key points, respond to that, and let's get started. So the first one is why you really got divorced, which was posted on August 11th, 2015. And basically, this is a lot of stuff which I don't agree with. And first she started talking about celebrities, and I think this was right after Miss Piggy and Kermit broke up. I'm not really sure. But she was talking about that, and it was, of course, she was talking about, like, why you're getting divorced, or why this, and why that, something about Filipino nannies and husbands cheating with them, and all that. It's weird. But here are some of the key points of these are a couple things she said in the video that I thought were really interesting. One more. This is, what happens in marriages that makes people hate each other so much? Did she stop giving him blowjobs? Did someone get fat? Never stop giving blowjobs. Okay, that kind of implies like some marriages don't work because a woman will not submit herself to her man, and it basically not give him blowjobs anytime he wants. I mean, I don't know if that's what you're implying. I mean, I'm open to discussion if that's what you're implying or if that's not what you're implying. But really, but this is what I think you're implying. It's my own opinion. It's like, what the hell? You really think a man and woman get divorced, not including gay marriages? You didn't really talk about gay marriage in this. You just talked about reasons couples might get divorced. I don't know if you meant that. But I'm serious, like, what the hell? You really think that one of the main reasons people get divorced is because a woman will not give her man a blowjob anytime he wants? I mean, that's just ridiculous. I mean, and also someone get fat. I mean, this is kind of like what you said this is kind of like what, like, just because someone gains weight, they are automatically like divorced, or like, seriously? According to multiple studies, the main cause of fighting and conflict between married couples or relationships in general is money. It has nothing to do with submitting yourself to your partner. And for the record, I don't know what idiot would be willing to be a slave to their partner, or in this case, divorce their partner because they will not submit themselves to them, or because they gain weight. I think that's just completely ridiculous. I mean, I think there was a fake story out there one time about this man who married this beautiful woman. I think it was like in China or something like that. And they had beautiful children who turned out to be, not so gorgeous. I think every baby's beautiful, for the record. I don't know why he thought they were like ugly baby, and then he found out he had plastic surgery. And I'm like, it turned out to be an plastic surgery. And I was like, wait a minute. This guy sues his wife for having plastic surgery. She gives birth to his baby. It's not as, beautiful as you thought, even though every baby is beautiful. And wins. First of all, I think that was just ridiculous. Luckily, it was fake. But I still thought it touched on a larger issue about beauty and how men put beauty, outer beauty, in front of all else. And that's why marriages are dying. I mean, seriously? And also, it has nothing, like, with weight gain, with plastic surgery, with whatever. It's just ridiculous. And this one, I definitely touch a nerve, is like, I think wedding vows should be more specific. I promise, and then she does this, terrible impression. I promise to be in the same shape I'm in now for as long as I can. It's like you're promising to be the same person you are for the rest of your life. And be the same shape you are. First of all, that's basically impossible. Because as you get older, your body and everything starts to change. And that's something you can't help. And that, I look at my old photos of my parents before I came along, or like when I was 2 or 3, whatever. And my dad and my mom, they look completely different. No, not completely different, but they look different. And my dad was a lot slimmer, but he was in his 50s. Now he was in his mid 50s. Now he's in his 70s. And now he's in his 70s. So I am basically floored that you have to, that wedding vows you have to promise. Obviously, you can write your own vows. You have that option at a wedding. But traditional wedding vows, you have to be more specific. And yes, I agree with that. But to be the same shape you are, to be the same size, to look the same way, yes, whatever makes a marriage work, yes, keep doing that. But the marriage doesn't stay the same over time, because kids come into the mix, and then there's all this stuff. You have to figure that out. And then she talked about pregnancy, and how she wants to get pregnant at one point. She said she wanted to get married at one point, and I'm okay with that. That's amazing. But you want to get pregnant because you think, your boobs, you squirt milk. First, that doesn't make any sense. Trust me, I don't think you could squirt milk out of your breast if you get pregnant or if you have a baby. It's just ridiculous. I don't think so. I've seen a lot of pregnant women. One of my good family friends, when I was 12, she was doing my room. She was helping, redo my whole room. And she was in the last trimester for pregnancy. Not only that, she was in the last trimester of pregnancy. She was in her last trimester of pregnancy with twins. And she was on steps helping us do my room, redo my room, painted it, all that. It was so amazing. But of course, nothing came out of her boobs. And of course she does breastfeed. I don't know if she breastfeeds. I don't really care. But again, Nicole Arbor, you're being fucking ridiculous. Okay. First, you should not submit yourself to a man. You should not think that being fat or gaining weight is one of the main causes of divorce. That's not true. So, that's basically for some of the main points of her why you really got divorced video. And now, of course, the most viral video she has on her channel, which is the Dear Fat People video. And there is a lot of main points I wanted to point out at this point, which is some of her most offensive things that actually I found most offensive. So here goes, and it says fat shaming. Here's one thing. Fat shaming is not a thing. Fat people made that up. It's a race card with no race. Okay, here's the thing. I don't think she's right on that point that fat shaming is not a thing. Here's what a thing is. A thing is like a fad that just comes and goes and all that in popular culture. Like the hashtag the dress is a thing. Hashtag the cat is a thing. Hashtag ice bucket challenge. Hashtag cinnamon challenge. Those are things. Fat shaming is not a thing. It's an epidemic. And it goes into a larger part called body shaming, which applies to women from every size, to a size 2 all the way to a size 16 and above and below that. And that is just, first of all, that's insensitive. And you're talking about this, you have no idea what the hell it's like to live in this body. First of all, I'm a size, it depends on the store. Every store is different. But I think I recently went to Target and I was like in the large. I used to fit only in the extra large or extra extra large. Now it's just a large, which is, for me, an accomplishment within itself. But seriously, you look like, of course, a freaking Barbie doll. You have the blonde hair. You're very skinny. You are the stereotypical definition of quote unquote beauty or whatever. You have never, I looked you up online, you have never been in that category of obese or whatever. And yes, you said you were not talking about the people with medical conditions that have a contributing factor. Unfortunately, you cannot tell that with just looking at me. If you looked at me, you would not know anything about me. You would just know I have curves. I have a big set, and that has nothing to do with my eating habits or anything. It's all about quantity, not quality. Yes, I have a cookie every once in a while. That does not make me fat. And that is just ridiculous that you think that just because I would eat a freaking cookie, that makes me fat. And I like cookies or I like cupcakes. I would like to eat hamburgers every day if I could, but I don't. I have a very healthy lifestyle. Or at least I think I do. I'm very active, and it's just ridiculous that you would think that just because you look at me and see someone who is not skinny, you would think it's fat. I don't even say the word fat. I think it's derogatory towards me and other people who are like that. I think of myself as curvy, voluptuous, because every woman has curves, and that's part of life. Of course, you would know that because you've never been in that situation. I would like to see Nicole Arbor put herself in that situation. Like wear a fat suit and walk around Hollywood or something. And of course, and know what it's like to be in that situation. Because obviously, you have no freaking idea what it's like. Okay, now that I got that out of the question, I'm gonna look at the others, which is, and of course, here's the thing, she does a really terrible impression, which is like, hell, I'll try to do it. Yeah, but I couldn't fit into a store. That's discrimination. And then she says, nope. That means you're too fat and you should stop eating. Okay, that was something I was really shocked about. Like, you couldn't fit into a store. Yeah, and that's not discrimination. I would understand that. But just because you're fat and you have to stop eating, it's not like, I would have understood, been less offended if it was more like, start eating healthy, stop being more active. I was so offended when she said that you're so fat that you should stop eating entirely. That was so offensive. That was not right to say. If you stop eating, that's going to lead to even more weight gain because your metabolism is going to, of course, go through withdrawal, and it's going to cause even more weight gain.
So, Daniel, I think
it's just ridiculous.
Wi-Fi, it's again going back.
Oh, sorry, some people just came on. I just have this hard time. It's just ridiculous. And yet, no, it's not discrimination. Fat shaming is definitely discrimination. It's an epidemic. It's not a thing. It's an epidemic. And it goes into fat body shaming, and it goes into bullying, which, of course, is one of the main causes of why kids, 12-year-olds, the most part, want to kill themselves. And I've talked about this in a previous video about bullying and all that, and it's just ridiculous. I just think it's just ridiculous. Okay, another one. Fat shaming. Shame people who have bad habits until they fucking stop. Brilliant. Okay, you are so ridiculously off. Bad habits, it goes through many things, not just eating. It goes to smoking, it goes to drug use, it goes to alcoholism. But of course, I wanted to go into this, and that goes into the next comment, which is, if we offend you so much that you lose weight, I'm okay with that. You are killing yourself. Okay, that's just ridiculous. And I have a study right here, one of many studies on the effects of fat shaming, which you claim is so helpful, it helps us lose weight. Well, on the contrary, this is one of the many studies, and this is from the University of London, and I have a copy right here, and it says, and I quote, in a study of 2,944 UK adults over 4 years, those who have reported experiencing weight discrimination gained more weight than those who did not. And that's just this is just one of many studies. Of course, I don't know if I just said this, I might have, but this is from the University College in London. And this is not the only study on the effects of fat shaming, and of course of body shaming and of bullying. Yes, but you're intending fat shaming will get us to lose weight. It gives the opposite effect. In fact, here's one of my stories. I think I was 17 years old, and I was bullied my whole life for being overweight, for red hair, like for multiple things. Mostly my weight, because I'm a woman, and of course women face body shaming all the time, but of course, you know, as a 17, it was kind of hard for me. And then over the summer, right before my junior year, I went to the store and I got this beautiful blue bikini. At the time it was Wet Seal. We had Wet Seal, now it's out of business or something. And I looked in the mirror and I felt so confident in myself. And guess what happened? Because I felt so confident within myself, the scale, the numbers on the scale, because I was eating healthy and being more confident within myself, and not feeling so upset about my body that I pull on the cookies and the Oreos and all that, because I felt so upset within myself and I felt confident, the weight numbers on the scale went down. That makes someone lose weight, is when you become confident within yourself and that you don't bully them into losing weight. Bullying someone for the sole purpose of getting to lose weight is going to have the opposite effect. You're going to make them cry, you're going to make them eat more, you're going to make them gain more weight, and unfortunately you're probably going to have a suicide on your hands, which I don't know if you live with yourself, because Nicole Arbor, think of it this way. You are a high school girl, you're one of the mean girls, say Regina George or something, and this girl who, I'm not saying is obese, like say my size, like a size 16, size 24, not my size, not size 24, but something like that. And you make fun of her for being fat. You say all this stuff, you call her fatty, you call her the R word. I don't like to say that word. I'll say it rhymes with knee barred, something like that. You know what I mean. And basically what happens is, and the next day, and then a year after that, a year of bullying her and fat shaming her for the sole purpose of getting her to lose weight, you find out she killed herself. How would you feel? Yes, you say you sleep at night because you think that that's the perfect way to get people to lose weight. Well, how would you feel if you found out that the fat shaming actually caused them to kill themselves because they're so depressed and so upset with it themselves because you, of all people, told them that they were worth nothing because of the size of their body and because of what they look like, and nothing to do with how they are as a person. So think about what you say before you say it, Nicole Arbor. You gotta really look at the facts, of course. See, study right here that says that fat shaming gets them to gain more weight and you know, this is nothing. Gaining more weight is nothing compared to the millions of kids every day that are killing themselves because of your stupid shaming bit. That's ridiculous. Okay? Now, here's something on obesity. Everyone's gonna be heated on this one. Obesity is a disease. So is being a shopaholic. But I don't get a fucking parking pass. And you talk about you're getting your bags and all that. You're just being dumb at this point. Yes, I would agree that sometimes that obesity can lead to a lot of very serious diseases, but that's not in all cases of obesity. Because sometimes people who look obese, that's who they are. They can't help it. They actually are very active and eat healthy, but either they're on medication that causes the weight gain and they can't do anything about it. That this is the way they're born, and they have some medical condition. Of course, you just can't see that because you are just looking at the outside instead of who they are and what they're going through. And of course, about the parking spots, this is another comment she made. Fat people parking spots should be in the back of the mall parking lot. Okay, here's the thing. I think I saw the response video from like the star of My Big Fat Fabulous Life on TLC and all that. And she was like, writing the video and said, and when she got to the part of the fat people parking spot, she was like, there are fat people parking spots? Dang! Like, here's the thing. There is no such thing as fat people parking spots. There are disabled parking spots who, yes, you have to have a requirement of a parking pass. Unfortunately, you do not get a parking pass for being morbidly obese. You have to get your parking pass not because of your size, but because you have an incapacity to walk. Yes, my dad has a parking pass. That has nothing to do with his size. He's completely healthy. The reason he has that parking pass is because he has hip arthritis. He has a metal hip. He cannot walk properly like everybody else. So yes, he has the disabled parking spot because he has trouble walking. And that's what happens when you get older. It's just ridiculous. Hold on. Sorry about that, guys. Just some people run the house, which ask me what I'm doing. But I don't like putting that on camera, so I'm back. So where was I? Oh yeah, the fat people parking spots and the stupid Nicole Arbor saying that there is such thing as that, even though there is no such thing, and they're for people who can't walk. The people who are qualified for the disabled parking spots are people who have trouble walking, like my dad with hip arthritis, who have trouble walking. He has a metal hip and all that. People who have no leg, who are confined to a wheelchair, all that. People. You do not get the parking spot for being obese. There's no such thing as fat people parking spots. That's all I'll say. And here's another one. I don't feel bad for you because you're taking money for granted. Again, you have no idea what you're talking about. You cannot tell who I am and what I'm going through just by looking at me. You cannot tell if I'm being active. You cannot tell if I'm eating healthy or not. All you can tell is what I look like, and that's just ridiculous. So, here's something funny of the hashtags. Because, oh my god, the hashtags. Body positive. If you want to be positive to your body, work out and eat well. Okay, you're just being ridiculous on this point. I'm being ridiculous because hashtag body positive is for people of all sizes, not just people who are overweight or whatever. People who actually are confident in their bodies, and like I said before, it helps lose weight. It helps make people happier and it builds confidence. Fat shaming does nothing except make things worse. And here's something. If you want to hashtag something bad for you, it makes it okay. Hashtag team smokers. And just ridiculous. Like, you're comparing smoking to obesity? You're just being ridiculous. Like, not all people who are obese can help that they're obese. They might have a medical condition. They may have something that is a contributing factor and that causes them to gain weight. Smoking is just mass suicide. And there's multiple studies that said if you smoke, that's going to lead to death. It's a direct link to death. And you're doing that to yourself. Unfortunately, some people can't help that they're overweight or they have that body. You can help if you smoke. And you can help if you put that cigarette in your mouth and go like this. Like you're just being stupid. You know, you're being stupid. I don't know if you mean it or not. And I think you saw in the video, you said you meant it. And that it was supposed to offend people. Man, you're just a bully. I can't take it. And just ridiculous. Here's something. She said something on plus sizes. And I have something about that as well. They forgot to tell you that plus size stands for plus heart disease, plus knee problems, and plus diabetes. Here's where you go wrong once again. Plus sizes is basically anything above a size 10. I got this page from Wikipedia. Yes, the reliable source, but I couldn't find anything else. It says according to Plus Model Magazine, in the fashion industry, plus size is identified as sizes 12 to 24. 24. See, anything above a size 10 is plus size. And guess what? Any above that means size 2, size 0, times size 00 is quote unquote perfect. You're being ridiculous. Not anything above a size 10, it means you're obese. It means you can be completely healthy. Plus size does not mean that you're obese. It means this is just the body you're in. And so the most famous people are plus size. Some of the best models in the world are plus size. I mean, I think I saw while looking this up a plus size model was actually a size 8. And a size 8. You're saying that people who are size 10 and above means they're fat, they're obese, they're stupid, they're worthless. You're being stupid here right now just because you're saying all this crap. And it's making people hate themselves. It's probably going to cause more depression and be able to gain more weight because people are going to watch your stupid video and think that what you're saying is actually true. And it's not. And I'm here to say that it's not true. Okay. Here's the last thing from the Dear Fat People video that I got really pissed about. And I'm not saying this to be an asshole. I'm saying this is what your friends should be saying to you. Wow. Your friends should be saying that you're fat, you're worthless, and that you're probably going to get, yeah, I dealt with that before. Actually, it wasn't just my friends, it was my mother who was like saying, you look 8 months pregnant. You're going to get your legs chopped off. You're going to be this and that. It's just ridiculous. And I mean, you're saying you're not saying this to be an asshole, but in reality, you are being an asshole. You're actually being worse than an asshole. You're being a bully. You're being, like, I think what one of the ladies on the video said was a borderline bully. The audience should just thrown apples at you. I wish they would have just thrown apples at you. They probably did throw apples or anything else at you after the show. But, seriously, you have no idea what it's like to be in this body, and yet you're saying all this crap about me. And about everybody else who has dealt with body image issues through the whole planet. And every woman has to deal with that. Man, seriously, I want to challenge you to live in the life of someone who is those people you hate, morbidly obese. Get on a fat suit and go somewhere where they probably don't know you, get makeup and all that. And then see what it's like dealing with these fat shamers that you are basically doing right now, and see how that feels. I would love to see that. Okay, now here's something that I pretty much was afraid this was going to be right off the get-go offensive. It's called Dear Sluts. It was posted February 12th, 2015. So a few months before the video, before the Dear Fabio video. And it's just stupid. And I just put one comment on there, and this is actually pretty good. Slut you see an insult word, you would throw at people when they were doing something wrong. Slut's an insult anymore. Slut is a word used to describe girls. So actually he was talking a lot about how we're actually used as sexual objects and and all that. It's just ridiculous, and I was kind of agreeing with her on that point. On the whole video, I was completely agreeing with her. I was very happy, because she was talking about women's bodies and how we're basically objectified as sluts just because we're girls, just because we kiss a guy or whatever. I actually agree with her on that point. I don't agree with her or anything with the fat video, but I definitely agree with her on this point. And now this one was basically, I thought it was pretty funny. It was called Why Abortion is Wrong. It's posted September 18th, 2015. And this is the first thing she said, I think, like early in the video. It says, abortion is wrong, said no smart person ever. I was almost about to think, okay, she's going to be totally like one of those people who is saying all this stuff, like insulting women, insulting people who get abortions and all that. And to my surprise, she was basically insulting the Christian people who thought that it was wrong, actually wrong to have an abortion, and actually agreeing that it was okay to have an abortion and it's a woman's right. And I agree with that. I think every woman should have that right to have an abortion. Like we just had recently the Planned Parenthood shooting and all that, and Planned Parenthood is going on fire anyway because of the fetuses and all that. And I mean, at this point, people are just going to debate about abortion regardless, but I definitely agree with her on this point. I agree that abortion should be a basic women's right. You should have the right to have an abortion. It's your body, and it's your choice. Now, here's something that I thought was actually kind of funny. It's called Dear Side Chicks. And I was about to think she was going to put on Ariel Alexander, that woman who basically made she's a homewrecker website insulting women who are in relationships with married men, regardless of whether they know that or not. And I was just like, oh my god, she's going to go after them and pull that Ariel Alexander, whatever. And I was actually shocked. At like middle of the video, she was talking. I will talk about that later. And this is one of the comments. It's like, if you're in a relationship or you're married, side chick is just a fancy word for you're a fucking cheater. I don't know if she's talking to the men or the women. I really didn't know. I was kind of a little confused. It says you can't be in a monogamous relationship with a bunch of different people because then it's not monogamous. But you can, but we've all seen that family on TLC and they're fucking creepy. And then she started, it was about sister wives. And like at first when she said that, I was like, okay, which polygamy show you're talking about? And then it's about sister wives. And I mean, yeah, polygamy is kind of creepy. But again, everybody's own choice. As long as it's not forced and illegal, and it's not between children or siblings or family. Like a father basically marrying his daughters that are 15 years old. That's creepy. But that it's fine. It's fine as long as it's not with children, not between family members, and at least it's not any way illegal. And that everybody has an equal say in this, and it's everyone's own choice. That is fine with me. People want to, here's something she also said, people want to pretend side chicks aren't a real thing. Well, true, but again, you're not really sure because everybody cheats or whatever. Side chicks are like the magazines on airplanes because you're born, and it's probably covered in AIDS. You're saying that people who are who are basically the mistresses or the side chicks that you call them in relationship in America, whatever you're saying, are like magazines, and they're all have STDs. Not everybody has an STD that is basically going around with married men. It's ridiculous. Mm-hmm. And then this is something I thought was funny that she should have done with the Fat People video if she wanted to be more empathetic. And I think she talked about in the Fat People video, which was like, if she had been a man, it would have been less offensive, and people would have taken it a different way. No, if Like a Prayer by Madonna was actually by a male singer, yes, it would have been less offensive. It would have been received less like that because you're a woman. Just because you're a woman doesn't gives you the excuse to insult millions of people. If it was a man doing this, I would still be making this video. I would still say, hey, this is wrong. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. It matters that you're being ridiculous. It matters that you're being ignorant. And you said you're a side chick. I wonder why. Because no one will fucking go out with you because you're a dumbass. Unless they wanted sex. I don't know. And she tells a story about this athlete she was dating. And that ended up being married. She said he didn't wear a wedding ring. I understood that. That's kind of what most mistresses are like. They go out with this man. They met at the bar. They met at a center, like minute class, whatever. They met at Starbucks. And it turns out they're not married. He says, he implies to her he's available. And then you go to find out later on that he's married. Like, I think that's the case with most women out there where they meet a man and they don't even find out until a few months later that they're married. They don't wear a wedding ring. And I think if you've seen the movie, just go with it. Like some men wear their wedding rings, but they say, oh, I'm not married. I was married, but my wife and I are separated, or we're talking divorce. Like, that is basically the biggest excuse when a man gets caught with the wedding ring by his mistress who has no idea what's going on. That's kind of the point of the whole thing, is you have no idea what's going on. You don't know the situation. Now, here's the thing I thought was going to be racist right off the get-go. And it turns out she was actually pretty good with it. She was talking about how white girls are stealing black culture, even though they probably like the sound. Like, you look at Iggy Azalea, and I think it's really nice. I mean, everyone's own style. I dress very tomboyish. I don't really dress really girly. And I have friends with a lot of black people. And it's like, I don't know why a race has their own style. It's just the person you are. Like, I think I go like this sometimes. Oh yeah. Whatever. Doesn't mean I'm acting black or I'm acting white or whatever. I'm acting like myself. And it's ridiculous that people would say, oh, you're acting black. Oh, you're acting like a white chick. Like, it's just ridiculous. She also talked about the N-word. And she did talk about it in a wrong way. She didn't say the N-word at all. And I was really happy with that. I thought she was going to be saying the N-word fully. But she just said it was the N-word. And I like that. I don't say that word at all. And how it's used in pop and hip-hop songs. She doesn't like that it's used in pop and hip-hop songs, even by black artists. And I think that's okay. I mean, and each their own. And she also talked about black stereotypes and about the black penises, whatever. I don't know that crowd. Okay, and here's the other video. It was recently posted. It was actually posted November 19th, 2015. So it was posted about a month ago. Right now it's December 1st. Now it's going to be. And so it was posted about a month ago. And actually, I was almost about to think that she was going to post something offensive about about the servicemen and women that face death every single day. But she said she was happy to live in a country where where people are willing to go to war on our behalf, and that people are doing this. And people would love to do this. I love it, and I want to do this impression she did, and it was like, they want to take our job. It was ridiculous, and she did this impression of this troll, this idiot girl. I was very happy, but she talked about the servicemen and women that basically go to war on our behalf just to defend our country. And I'm very happy about that. And I definitely encourage support of all the servicemen and women who risk their lives every single day for us. And to that, I congratulate you, and I love you, America! I am not Ariana Grande at this point. I'm kidding. I love Ariana Grande. I don't think she's anti-American or anything. I love her. But that's a video for another day, which means I will post that video on Friday! So this is my video. And so, dear Nicole Arbor, please be less ignorant. Bye!